Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. This is where I will actually play with you guys and I hope you can learn something from me, but most especially if you have any feedback about my plays, please do let me know because I'm eager to learn. So, by all means, let's get into this premier draft of Aetherdrift. Last time it went pretty well. We went, 5 and 3 I guess, so that was actually pretty decent. No trophy, but the deck was fun because we ended up with a blue-white deck, mill deck, which actually popped off quite a few times. But when the opponent casted 2 of the rare mill cards, well, you know, what do? Nothing much, I guess. Alright. And if you like what I do, feel free to click some buttons or whatever, you know what to do, to bring out my videos to more people so that I can get more feedback. And I want to thank everybody so far who has been posting comments or leaving likes, or maybe even especially the people that subscribed. I got 2 new subscribers lately. And let's see if we can get a nice deck together. Maybe a fun deck which also works. Alright. Let's see what we have. Okay, well, it is a pretty decent pack. There's a Zahur, which is very good. I'm just not sure if I would actually first pick this. There's also the Cloudspire Captain, which of course goes best into red-white. And there's a Necro Regent, which is a black card, which goes good into any deck, but especially of course black-red, because that cares about start your engine. And there's a Lightning Strike. Now I want to avoid picking a multicolored card first, or a card that goes into a very specific deck. So the Cloudspire Captain, for instance, is a very good card, but it's especially good in red-white. This one is especially good in white-black, but I think I'll just take the Necro Regent as a top-end card and see if maybe we can draft a black-red deck. But as I said, this goes into any deck, because start your engines, as far as I know, is something you can find in every color. So even if we do end up in black-white, that would be fine. Okay, we have a very nice aggressive rare here, which I like. Other impressive cards are the Dawn Tyrant, 2 mana for a 3/3, which also is an artifact, so it goes well in many decks. Thunderhead Gunner is a pretty decent card. Spike Spitter is great for card advantage. Now I will take the Bastronaut because it starts our engines at turn 1, which I think is very important. And it can get you up to speed quite quickly. But I do notice that I am passing some pretty decent red cards. So the Spike Spitter, for instance, so I'm not sure if we will get any nice red cards the second pack. If this one wasn't in the pack, I would probably grab the Siphon Fuel, even though it is a bit expensive. Okay, well, blue seems really open, something with artifacts, as you can see. There's a Vaulter, which goes very nicely into the other deck. Now for me it's between the red cards, I think. Wretched Doll is okay, but I think the Lightning Strike is what we want. We want to be aggressive, and of course I would like both of these, or actually maybe all 3 of these. But this will pretty much just be a 3/1 in our deck, because we so far don't have anything with artifacts. And we also don't really need to Surveil. Of course it's good in the late game to filter out any lands, but we hope to avoid the late game. Now I hope one of these 3 or maybe 4 comes around, but Lightning Strike is clearly a pick. Alright. In our colors, for as far we are red-black, we could always end up in something else, red something else, and then splash black. There's a Runner, which is okay. There's Memory Guardian, so artifacts still being very open. Well, I think I'll just try and stay in red, especially for as long as I can. And this one is not very impressive. So I guess I'll just take the Blockbuster here, because it is decent removal. We will probably have some stuff to sacrifice. And I was going to say maybe we end up in red something else, splashing the Necro Regent, but seeing this Thrillseeker so late means that it is at least open enough for now. I also wouldn't mind the Specialist, of course. And these cards are very good for a control deck. But I'm taking the Thrillseeker. I think this does exactly what we want. Alright, still pretty decent cards here. I like the Maximum Overdrive, but I think I like the Sideswipe more. And all we need to do now is, if we have the Sideswipe, maybe have a cheap creature or vehicle in our colors, or cheap creatures at all. So we can use this as a premium removal. Alright, Field of Flames is pretty decent. I think I just take the Engine Red. The reason being, this is also one of the ways to get your engines up. For instance, if you play this on turn 2 and something like this on turn 3, oh, this one already triggers it, but you know what I mean, then you can get in with some free attacks. Forgive me my English. Okay, well, we don't have many vehicles. And this will pretty much hurt us the most, so I think I'll just take the Diver, but I'm sure we're already quite full on 2 drops. Right, I like a Burner Rocket as a trick, and this is a cheap vehicle which goes well with our Sideswipe and the Blockbuster. Love the Catalyzer, it also starts our engines. And I think we have quite some ways now to start our engines. Let's see if maybe we can find some more ways to get the payoff from starting our engines. Except from this one. So I would like more, 3 drops, 4 drops that reward us for our max speed. Now, let's see if there's anything at the draft, anyone that I know. I think not. Most people that I watch on YouTube probably don't stream or play at this hour. Or they are already back in Platinum or whatever. But this is shaping up to be a pretty decent deck. I'm just going to hate pick the Serpent. Now what I would like is some of the hasty 2 drops. And maybe some more of these rockets. Because these are excellent combat tricks, especially the Trample. I think if you can get a few of these, you can just keep attacking and the Trample will trade, the plus damage will trade off and the Trample will deal some damage to their face. Other cards which might interest me are the 1/4 cycling card, that whenever you cycle it you deal 1 damage. I think that could be also pretty decent. I hope not to be playing that one, since we don't have many creatures yet. If we end up with some of the 6/3 menace creatures things, I think this one will be playable. However, if we get some of the Ironclads, I think they're called, then I would also like the uncommon as a finisher. The 7 mana, pump the... No, not pump the gas. What is it called? Push the limit. Okay, well, I guess I'll take this. So it seems like more people went into black-red. Ooh, this is a very strong card. I don't think I want to go into green simply for that, because we already have some decent black cards. I think the Javelineer is pretty good in our deck, because we will be attacking with small creatures and giving them Death Touch. Should be pretty strong. Also wouldn't mind the Blockbuster, but I think this one might come around. But overall, not an amazing pack for us. And as I said before, it seemed open enough. So the last pack should be rewarding us for being black-red. And of course this pack could be a total disaster. Alright, well, yet again in our colors, I like the Velocitower, but we don't have many mounts yet, even though the Burner Rocket is quite nice with the Velocitower. I hope this one will wheel. So I think I will take the Velocitower. But already pretty much no good black cards in the deck. But okay, yeah, we are being cut off enormously. I think I'll go for the Oil Gorger because it has it is an aggressive card and it has a start your engines reward. Also wouldn't mind the Rover Blades, but they're a bit expensive to equip, which makes sense because otherwise they would be way too good. Another Oil Gorger, a Locust Spray, or a Rocket. I think I have to go for the Rocket actually. I mean, this is a decent card, but all it does is just -1/-1. And because we already have the Sideswipe, no, I will take the Locust Spray. Simply because in late game you can cycle it away, which makes it pretty good. And I guess one of these two will come around, or at least I hope. Okay, really like the 4/1 here, so I'm taking it. Need some more 2-drops, and I guess some more 4 and 5 drops. As I said before, hoping not to play these. But if we can get some of the cycling vehicles, I think I will. The good thing about this trick is that you can play it for 1 mana. So X is 0 and just gives something first strike, which can already be a pretty decent trick. Excuse me. Okay, so there's a Sky Crash here, which is instant removal spell. In this set I think is pretty good, especially because you can cycle it away. So I think I will take it over these 2 vehicles. Red seems open enough that we'll pick up more of those, especially in the last pack. So I'm just putting these away for now. Blue-red being very open, I'll take the Sarcophagus or the Bauble. Bauble is a bit slow. Yeah, I think I will take the Bauble. And now all we need is some top-end creatures. So I will take the Caves just as a mana fixture. No one's in blue-white, clearly. So I don't expect many good cards. We just need some more 3, 4, 5 drops, especially 3 and 4. So I hope the last pack will really reward us. Can also be pretty good. I mean, I don't care about us losing life. Okay, there's the Artillerist, which is okay. And we do have 2 cycling cards, or maybe even more, I'm not sure. It's the season of snotty noses and, you know, sore throats. And I'm already feeling it. Okay. Another Zahur. Yet again, no real impressive cards. I think I'll take another Locust Spray. But we really need more creatures, but these creatures are just not very impressive. I guess I will take the Locust Spray over the Sky Crash. Can't really splash for Zahur, unfortunately. Man, it's interesting. We have all black at the beginning, mostly red at the 2 slot. Which means that if we have a hand which has only red or only black, I think it's always unkeepable. Oh, we get rewarded. Very happy to see this one. So it has start your engine as well. When it attacks, whenever I attack, it deals 1 damage. And at max speed, if a source I control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent, it deals that much plus 1. So it pretty much buffs all our stuff like this one or our creatures. So I'm very happy to pick that up. And in the first pack, Black-Red was very open, so I hope that Black-Red will be open yet again. And we mostly just need creatures or hard removal. So I'm just putting that aside for a bit. What do? Choose a card name, search target opponents. Okay, well that's not really interesting to us. Guess I'll take another top end card. The odds of us being at max speed at turn 5 are pretty significant. So I will take the Oil Gorger and just assume that it's a 3/3 haste flying lifelinker. I'm putting the bauble here because I prefer not to play it. Oh, another Thrillseeker. Well, I'm very happy to see that. I think we can play 1 land less. Guess I don't need the bauble. Yeah, I pretty much like all the cards that I have. Now I hope to pick up maybe 2 more, and one of which is a creature and another is maybe a burner rocket, because the rocket goes very well with the sideswipe and it's an amazing trick which pushes through some damage. We've seen many in pack 2 as well, so I assume that we will see one, but I will not take it over a creature. Okay, so there's this one. It also starts our engine, and I think it is better than the Surveyor. Even though the odds of this whiffing are quite big. But I will play it, because having a 3/2 menace is pretty good, and I think curve-wise it works very well. Don't really care about that one. If there was a fling in this set, it would be pretty nice. I guess I'll take the Artillerist. We can cycle it away and then just deal some damage. Velocitower, very happy to pick that up. Don't care about the Mako. I think this is about to be our deck. I would really like to see 1 more vehicle. So either a burner rocket or maybe the cycling one. Because now we have 2 Velocitowers and only one vehicle, which will probably not be worth it. So please pass me on 1 more vehicle. I didn't put any in the sideboard, I think. No. But our curve is looking pretty decent. We have some very good 2-drops. I'll take another Sky Crash. We did pick up quite some cycling cards eventually. So that doesn't mean that I will play the Mako, I think. I think the Engine Red is still better for our deck. There's another burner rocket, very glad to see that. And now I do need to do some cutting. I need to cut 2 cards, I think. And I don't expect to see anything else useful. Oh, that's actually not that bad, perhaps. Also very nice with the Velocitower. But I will play 16 lands, because we have quite some cycling. And, you know, most of our action happens at the 1, 2, 3 mana slot. So let's see, it's annoying that I have all black at the start and all red, so I need to balance them out. And I have no double pips, so I think having black at the start is more important. So mana should be like this, I think. And maybe I play 1 Velocitower less. Maybe I could. Or do I have another card which is not really impressive? No, I like pretty much all that we have. So maybe I cut one of the Sky Crashes. Like this. And then I think we should be ready to go. Alright. Well, at least we still play our first big card. Last time we picked the Sloth, the first pick, and we did end up in white, but we didn't end up playing it because it didn't do anything with our deck synergistically. And now we have so many starter engine cards, so that I hope that at least at turn 4 or 5 we will have our engines at max speed. But of course you can have unfortunate draws or whatever. Alright. Let's see how this goes. I actually got a title, Initiate, but I don't even know why I got it or what for. Oh my goodness. We are keeping this. This hand is excellent. We start our engines. Okay, well, I will just probably attack with the engine red into that. Okay, very happy with that. Now I'll just play the Thrillseeker and still increase our speed. And now with the burner rocket, I will most definitely push through some damage. Okay. He is slowing us down nicely. Let's just play the artillerist, keep up black. He is curving out nicely. I don't think he has a counterspell thing, because if he did, he would probably already play it, but you never know. And if he counters this, you know, oh. That is a very nice card for him, but at least my creature doesn't die. And we are building out the board, and we have a trample spell. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's cycle that away. See if we can find some kind of removal for the big dude that's incoming. That already has Death Touch. So I think it's best just to attack with these two. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked like this. Maybe I'm just being too aggressive. Should have done it on the Javelineer, then I would have dealt more damage to him. Okay. So now the 3/2 menace is actually pretty nice. And as I thought, we whiffed. But we could attack for 2 next turn and at least get 3 damage in. And I think he won't attack. Oh my goodness. That is interesting. Drawing all the lands. Well, that's just very unfortunate. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, I thought he didn't have the mana for that, so that was... and we're just kind of drawing all the lands here, so I think I will sacrifice my burner rockets. Because I think my cycling thing will still do some stuff. But yeah, he had amazing answers to our very aggressive start. I play the land because next turn I can maybe double this. Oh my goodness. He is drawing all the answers. I think we have no way of getting back to this from this. We don't have any way to deal so much damage to him. He's curving out very well. And he's not flooded. Okay, good game. Okay, well, not the game that I expected. Him answering our early threats really hurt our damage. And we didn't draw any of our late game 4 or 5 drops. We only kept drawing lands in 1 and 2 drops, so, well, yeah, you know. Then it just bleeds out and you have nothing to do. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked and used the trick. Maybe I should have just cycled it and built out the board so that we could get in with a somewhat lethal Menace Death Touch attack. And I could have dealt more damage to him by giving Trample to the other dude. Death Touch and Trample is a very dangerous combination. So I should keep that in mind. Okay, well, cannot keep this. Oh, okay. Very unlucky with the lands. Now I really need a mountain. Yeah. Maybe if I cycle this away for a mountain there's a chance, but I mean, he's playing green and we're already not being aggressive. I was just hoping to top deck a mountain for some useful stuff. That's not a mountain, that is a mountain. So we cannot double spell. And this is the best card on the board at this moment. So he might have a fight spell or something. Okay. Maybe he's looking for islands. And if he doesn't find it, then it will be in our advantage. Okay, he found one. You can exert that. Would really like another mountain so we can double spell next turn. And I wouldn't mind to sacrifice the engine red to that. But this card is really, really on curve. 2 mana 2/2 with upside, 6 mana 5/5 with upside. Yep, that's a good card. 3 mana just find 2, not even draw 2. Well, it seems like at least we have some kind of deck. I guess we just build out the board. Now, we did have to mulligan, and we are stuck on one mountain. So, hopes are not up that much. So I really want to get up to speed. So I think I'll just attack with this one and that one. Because if he then double blocks the Velocitower, I can use a trick. And now we should at least get up to speed, which I like, so that we get a zombie. And now we try to go wide. We use the trick, keep up the Velocitower, then attack with the rocket next turn with the Velocitower, have some trample. And drawing more mountains now is maybe a bit too late. But I think going wide is our only strategy. And maybe we just play the Bastronaut and we have a double striker that is doing stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. He's also going wide. So let's just hope not to flood, and there might still be a chance. If I attack with the Thrillseeker, I can give it trample, which will be pretty good. And the next turn I have a burner rocket to attack with. And this way, giving it trample, we deal 3 to him, which might help. And I think 2/2 zombies are better than 1/1 Thopter, so as long as he doesn't find a removal spell, we are getting maximum profit from this Necro Regent. But it seems like he... oh my goodness. Well, that is unfortunate. But he doesn't have great blocks now. He can crew the Thopter, but I think we just swing with everything. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. So I think we just destroy that. Now, do we sacrifice the burner rockets? I don't think so. By the way, I think we do. Because I want to draw a card, and we still have pretty decent attacks. Because at this point any lightning strike or whatever could really help us out. That's not a lightning strike. Wow, he's just taking it all. Which makes sense, because he wants to build this one up. Keeping the land for bluffing purposes. Okay. So he has... does he have enough blockers? I don't think he does, right? He has 4 blockers. We have these attackers. We can give this a lot of power. And that is 1 damage to his face. So depending on how he blocks, this might be lethal. He has to double block that one. Oh, it's already good game. Alright, well, we got there in the end, but him stealing our Necro Regent, that was very dangerous. For a moment I thought he wouldn't have that much value. And of course his engines weren't up yet. But the fact that if you steal it, it also starts your engines is pretty good. Well, very glad that we managed to win that one. Especially because we had to mulligan and actually kept a janky hand because we were stuck on mountains. So that's why you play the double-faced cards, but I mean double-faced, the dual lands. You should probably not play too many of the dual lands in an aggressive deck, because if you do, how more you play, the bigger the odds that you cannot play your 1 and 2 drops. So in an aggressive deck, I think I would play 1 or 2 maximum. I think it's important for us to start our engines. And depending on what he plays, we can always next turn play Locust Spray and the Tyrant. But he can already kill the Thrillseeker if he wants. And we have other ways to get our engine speed up. Okay. Let me think. If I attack with this, he will block. I can Locust Spray, but that won't kill it. I think I just use my mana and hope to hit some kind of instant or sorcery. Oh, my goodness, this is juicy. So we can play around the interference, I think. So I guess we just, or at least we can try to. So we just get the removal spell. Maybe I should have attacked first, but I think he would have blocked anyway. Okay, very glad to see that land. I think we just go wide, because at this moment pretty much all of these are decent attackers, because we have the Locust Spray. And he seems to be stuck on lands. Oh, okay. Now we should at least get our engines up, depending on how he blocks and what he does. Do I want to force him to use that? I think it's still pretty good to just try to -1/-1 one of these. And I think it has to be the Terror. I should have done the Quick Welder, because the Terror still doesn't die. Okay, well that was maybe a bad call. Should have thought that through more. I wonder if he will use Right End. Okay. That just happened. That was a bad attack. I shouldn't have done it like that. I just want to get up to speed badly because I want to play this one. Especially because he's now tapped out. Would like to draw the Sky Crash that we have. I think it's pretty good against this deck. Being at max speed makes everything so much better in our deck. Well, at least we got a hit with the Raider. I assume he will find a land and probably take it, maybe even two. That is actually also pretty nice. And I wonder which one we will sacrifice. I think the Gastal Raider or the Artillerist. I think the Artillerist. I can also sacrifice this. I think I'll just do this. I will sacrifice this, kill the Terror. Backdoll one. We attack for these two. They can both not die. So at least we get one more speed. I thought it was another creature, but he can also sacrifice himself. Well, he will probably right end one of these two. But he's still at 19. My goodness. We really need him to use the right hand on one of these, so that soon the Necro Regent can become pretty decent. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So we can actually use that as a trick. So we can give this Death Touch at instant speed. And this +3/+2, but that doesn't really work. I hope he crews up the Rambler. Because I am fine trading this for that. Not drawing our 5th land is kind of painful. I really didn't hope to draw it right now. And he really has to use the right end. So we need to play around those two cards, which will take a while, I think. When this creature attacks while saddled, on target creature, sacrifice this creature. Creatures you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible. Okay. So he has a counter spell up. So let's just see if he will use it for this one. Yep. So I will pass turn. And next turn we can somewhat safely play this one if we draw another land. But we've got to get rid of this Ox. If he attacks with the Ox, I will block with the Raider. Our plan now is just to make him use his removal spell. We can play the Regent. And maybe we will draw our, 3/3 haste flyer with lifelink. That would also really help. Oh, That's very nice. Well, at least it's tapped out. Can't imagine he will attack now. Okay. Very aggressive. Probably will put it on a flyer. Well, I want to kill the ox. Because him giving hexproof and indestructible. Okay, well. Depending on what he does, this could be something nice. I think I have to kill that one. We can take some more damage. I'll play this now. But this is not looking too good. We're still not drawing our 5th land. We could have had it so much from this if we actually did. Yeah, I don't think we can get back from this. Our aggressive deck is not being aggressive enough. And now we draw our 5th land. And it's not even... Oh, it might be enough. Oh, I have... This thing... We couldn't have just drawn the land 1 turn sooner, because this thing actually put our speed down, so we can't really do anything useful anymore. Yeah, well, we just have to destroy that one. Jump that one. But this is very unfortunate. If he attacks with everything, we go down to 2. Oh, we're just dead, of course, because he can just exile that. We can flash in the burner rocket, crew it if we want. Okay. I wonder if he will do it before blockers. Okay, I think not. Well, the flyers kill us now, so unless we find something against the flyers. But I think we're just dead. Yeah, well. Ugh. A bit of a bad luck there. We got our speed up nicely, but then he put our speed down and we pretty much didn't draw our 5th land until too late. Let's see if maybe we can at least win 1 or 2 more. Because if we don't, then my gems will be very sad. And so will I be. All right. I will keep this, but I assume that we will have to cycle the Sky Crash away unless we draw a lot of lands. Okay, that is interesting. So far, curving out nicely. Next turn I think I will play the burner rocket. Or that one. He must have some kind of removal in his hand, so let's just see if we can find that. Okay, well, oh my goodness. He doesn't have red, so that is interesting. Now he does have red, so he can give it first strike. And then we can lightning strike it. I think maybe that's the best thing, or use the Sky Crash. I think we keep the Sky Crash up for the Gearstone Hulk if it happens. So let's just see if he wants to trade one of these. And if he wants to use first strike on it, we kill it with a lightning strike. Now let's hope to draw a land. Any land would be good. And oh, that is interesting. Doesn't really help here. Giving some minus something doesn't help. Oh, I have extra mana. That's interesting. That's very interesting, actually. So I think I just attack with the Raider. I play the Velocitower. Keep up Locust Spray. And next turn, hopefully we can do Sky Crash plus Burner Rocket. He doesn't have double red, which is something that I'm very thankful of. If he attacks, I will just take it. Because if he has nothing, we have lethal with the Burner Rocket. Okay, so I kill that with the Locust Spray. And he's exactly dead. Okay, well, the Gear Hulk is a nice card. I'm not sure if it's a good card actually. I think I had it in real life draft, but I didn't actually got to play it because, you know, I ended up in black-white instead of black-red. But I have a foil version somewhere, so it's a very pretty card. But if you can get to play it because it has double red, it's just very painful. Now, if you play a Gear Hulk like that, then I would play maybe 2 multicolored lands, maybe even 3, if you're not too aggressive. Because double black, double red, naturally on turn 4, it or 5 actually maybe. It doesn't happen that often. Right. Let's keep this going. That was a nice win. Well, we go first, but we need to draw some lands. But and a way to start our engine would be very nice. So a turn 2 starter engines, a 2-drop would be... Oh, well, I will try to... I don't have anything else to do. And now I could play something and attack with this as well, which just puts on some pressure on the opponent, which I think is probably the best. Yeah, if you're not going to block with it, you should probably attack with it. Now let's see what you have. Crash and burn. Okay. That's actually helping him out. Sure. I'm keeping the engine red back for the Mako. I'm always happy to trade a vehicle for a creature. And now, since we have acceptable blockers, I will attack with the engine red to get our speed up, or to trade it for this 3/3. Now, if we top deck one more land, I will be very happy because we can just get in with the Gorger. That could also do the trick. I assume he has a cycling card, but I'm just going to attack with this. Yep, that's fine. Now, let's get our speed up and hope to draw a land, or maybe something we can still play. That is a land. Next turn, Oil Gorger. Turn after that, Necro Regent, and we should be okay. But he obviously plays a very nice deck. Yep, I would attack too. Okay, well, now at least I know he doesn't counterspell, and that will be pretty good as well. Because he has artifacts. So the Sky Crash, I hope, will be very useful to us. And since we will hopefully make quite some chompers, I think I will just take this. And now I will just jump with the token, I think. Okay, well, now I know he probably won't attack. He has to attack with the Mako, I think. But we can no longer gain life, which is unfortunate. So... I think we just cycle both away, because both of these don't really do that much. And now you will see that he will play a big artifact as I cycle this away. And we are only drawing lands, that's unfortunate. Yep, reach is painful, and us not drawing any action is also painful. But it seems like we're both kind of in the top deck mode. Maybe I should have double blocked the Mako last turn. I can still do it now, by the way, since he plays this before combat. Oh, he can still use the gunner. Yeah, well now I will just jump the Mako. I have to find an answer for the thing. That is something. I could attack with a Raider and he has to double block. And then I can get rid of the gunner, and that's at least something. He's already at blockers, so he has to take this or... Okay. That is just lovely. I will keep this lightning strike up. Because if we just take the Mako damage maybe... Don't you kill my stuff. As I said, there's the big artifact. The vigilance is annoying, otherwise we could have had lethal next turn. Maybe we still do. How does this work? During your turn. Yeah, this is very painful. It's too bad that he doesn't attack with the gunner, otherwise we would have had... He does attack with the gunner? Well, we have to block all of it, but now we can just kill him, right? So we... I just want to avoid damage. Let me think if I do this correctly. If he does not play a creature, he has one blocker. We can lightning strike him, attack with 3 menace. Okay, well, let's hope he has nothing. Please don't play a 2-drop creature. Okay, do we have him? I think we do. He could have a counterspell that would really hurt. But now this will have menace. And lethal. Oh. Whew, that was so close. I think he just wanted to force my blocks, which he did, of course. But we got away there. We saw a way out, and he actually didn't have anything. But he had a sweet deck. The Mako with the gunner. It's crazy. let's continue. Let's not make any mistakes. I think our deck has potential to maybe go one more win. But we need to curve out and be able to get our engines up to max speed in a few turns. Dread 19. 1 drop, 2 drop. Yep, we can curve out. I like it. Now, it's not the most aggressive start with the engine red, but I like it. Okay, he has nothing, it seems. So we just start our engines and we get up to speed, which is amazing for us. Okay. Now, we can trade one of these for that, which is fine. So I think I'll just use this first. And let's just do that one just to deal one more damage. He will probably block the 3-1. Okay. Interesting. I don't need the tap land, and we have a lot to do in the coming 2 turns. Alright. That is also sweet. We are missing double red though, but I think we just attack with both. And he wants to block that one. And I want to keep the catalyzer alive because you know, if it's a normal land, yeah, I'm not keeping that. Now we have a 3/3 haste lifelink, which will help, or we have these two if we draw another mountain, but of course we could use this one, but I'd rather attack with it. Now please don't kill my Far Fortune. As you can see, it's the end boss, so if you kill this... I think he has a removal spell. So I think we just try this. And if he has a removal spell, we still have a decent threat. Yep. He killed our end boss. But if we draw another mountain or next turn, we can just do some nice double spelling with the trample. But it's just very annoying that we need to do this one. Okay. Let me think, do we have lethal? If I attack with this one, I think we do, right? Everything deals 1, oh no, not anymore. Everything dealt 1 more damage. We can at least kill it if I attack with everything. With the burner rocket. He will block the oil gorger. I think he's in lethal range with the lightning strike. Yeah. So any creature now from the top would be lethal, since we have the lightning strike and the burner rocket. And if he plays just one creature, he's dead anyway. Well, we are crawling back. Okay, seems like he is going to play 2 creatures. Oh, that is very nice. So we still have lethal, so I'm just going to lightning strike. Yeah, let's see, crew 1. Yeah, we lightning strike that boy. We play the... Could have cycled and What is it? I could have done this differently. I could have just lightning strike to the face and cycled the artillerist and he would also be dead. But now he's also dead, so good game. Yep. 4 and 3. Now I think this is about the best I can do with this deck. As you might probably see in my playing, I am not the best with aggressive decks. I prefer playing blue control or at least mid-range. So this is also a learning moment for me. And if it is also for you, please do let me know. Maybe comment or click some buttons. But we had some close calls. Alright. 2-drop. Necro Regent. Yep. I think I can keep this. It's not the best hand. I would like to have a 1-drop creature as well, but maybe we will draw it. And if we don't draw it, I'll just keep up the Locust Spray, of course. I'm not sure if that's a target with Locust Spraying, because he will get another 1/1. Maybe it is, because I don't want him to get up to speed, so I'll just use this. Black-White really cares about speed. Oh. That is interesting. So he can make that a 3/3. So he will get up to speed anyway if I play this or that. So I think I'm just going to let him attack. And then put a counter on something and I will kill the Ox in response. But the Ox is very nice. Okay, well, let's just do this. Next turn we can double spell. We whiff. Oh my goodness, he has a stacked hand. He's missing lands, so I hope he doesn't draw a land. Of course he drew a land. Sure. At this point I just want to keep our life total up. It seems like he's being very aggressive. Our plan is to go for the Necro Regent at some point. And the Tyrant is a nice blocker for the terror that he has. So the Tyrant is going to have to block either the Pactol Terror or maybe the Rambler. And next turn, well, not even next turn, we need to deal some damage to him first. Oh wow. He is drawing all the action. I cannot block that. I need to keep my... Okay, well that will help with getting our speed up. Now this is only on in 2 more turns. Okay. I think I have to play the Burner Rocket on the defense. So at least now they trade. And I have a way to get up to speed, but we need to find a way to... Does he have something else? Oh, he can pump it again. I thought he had... Okay. Oops. Yeah, that was a misplay. I thought he had only mana to do it once. So that just might have cost us the game. But at least we get to max speed, which is nice. But we need an answer for this flyer, pretty much. I mean, he could double block, of course, but you know. He does double block. That's okay. Now his flyer is less strong, but he drew his 5th land. We will get 3 damage. 4 damage, actually. Yeah, we need to top deck the Sky Crash or something. That also works. Yeah, as you can see, I'm rather desperate. I really needed to get up to speed there. Because then I had a zombie to sacrifice and now I don't. So if we kill that, he doesn't have lethal yet. Unless he plays an artifact. Well, he can of course pump that. Yeah, okay. Good game. Well, that's it. Fair 4 and 3, I think. We didn't have the best deck. And as I said, I'm not the best aggressive player. Not sure what that achievement was, but I'm sure it was fitting. And I really deserved it. I mean, let's be honest, I really worked for that achievement. So 4 and 3. We got this one in the last pack, luckily, but we only saw it in play once, which is unfortunate. But other than that, I like the pack. The curve was nice. Maybe I could have done better with my deck building. If you have any feedback, by all means, please let me know. And we rose a little bit in gold. Thank you for watching. Now, if you like what I did, feel free to let me know. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Dad's Drafts.